I think that I've really enjoyed the tour. I think touring is always going to be up and down because you're away for quite a long time, and it's hard, you know, like you get out and you do a show and you repeat and stuff. And so to make it, you have to make sure you keep it interesting, and sometimes you can't enjoy it always. But to be honest, like this, I've actually managed to, like, even though some days I wake up and I'm like, oh, I really don't want to play a show. Even 5 minutes before I go on, I can feel like that, and then suddenly you go on stage and there's this atmosphere, and the people are so great that you have such a good time, even if you felt really bad before, you know. So I've really enjoyed it. It's annoying. I hate it. I think it's crap, and it's stupid, and I think it's not inspiring, and it's not creative. It doesn't make you want to be creative. So I just try to ignore it, you know. Like, you go, like, the UK media can be really horrible, but there are some really great journalists and really great writers, and you just have to, like, hold on to the fact that there are some people that still are interested in it in an artistic way. And then also, I just did a tour in the UK that was really good fun as well, so I have support from the fans, and it's just, forget the media and forget the tabloids, it's about the fans, you know, it's about the people coming to see your shows and listening to your music and relating to it. Well, I think it was just natural because I played loads of live shows, and so I feel like the record has a bit more of a live feel to it, and I was listening to loads of, like, I think maybe the stress and the pressure made me more angry, and that's like stuff, songs like Mansion Song and I Just Love You More, and I listened more and more to, I wanted to relate to female artists more because I think sexism is still really exists in the world and just like in the music industry. So bands like Bikini Kill and Sleater Kinney became even more important to me. Because of other bands, other music I was into, like, I think, like, when I was 16 I first started getting into bands like The Strokes and Le Tigre, and I actually found out about Le Tigre first, and then when I looked into it, like when I was a bit older, I don't know how, I think I just, probably because of Le Tigre and finding out about, reading about them and watching videos on YouTube, and then finding out about this amazing scene and just discovering all these bands, it was so cool. Well, I think that it definitely speeds up the process. As you say, people in Mexico could find out about me before I when I had 4 crappy demos on a MySpace page. I remember having fans from, like, Canada and, like, Japan and Brazil and places I'd never been, and you know, I think it was just a useful tool, and it's global, so the internet is just really weird, isn't it? Because I wanted to change, and because I think things had got a little bit weird between us over the last record, and I don't know, I didn't really respect some of the things that he did, so I wanted to start fresh, and I really like Bernard. He's really cool. Bernard and me got on really well, and I feel like we were kind of similar in, we're both quite headstrong and, like, almost control freaks about stuff, and also very sarcastic and down to earth, and we hate all the bullshit of the industry. So I think we just got on really well. And he's really smart and really interesting and cool, you know. Like, he just is good at music, so I really like Bernard. I've got a lot of respect for him. Well, it's basically, like, based on, I wanted to base it on 2 different things. One was the Bauhaus art movement. There's a woman called Marianne Brandt who did these really cool pieces that were like collages, and then the other thing was that some of my favorite album covers are just really simple, and like say Bikini Kill, like Pussy Whipped, the album cover is just so simple, and I wanted to make sure that it didn't get too complicated. And so I did a photo shoot, like all the pictures of me are taken by my sister, who's a photographer, and then this woman, Kate Gibb, who does screen prints. I gave her loads of references and stuff, and she comes up with these shapes, and she did a few different shapes, and then we just picked the ones that we felt, I thought this one suited the record the most. And then, you know, all of the objects in it are actually mine as well. Like, that's my bunny rabbit. And that's like all stuff I've collected over the years. I really like collecting junk and like weird ornaments and those. That was from when I had that from when I was about 6, and I used to keep like precious gems in it. And then this I bought in recently on tour in Portland. These 2 kitten, like salt and pepper shakers, and like things that, I feel like it's quite personal because it's like everything. That's my necklace that I always wear, which is here. See? I've got one and my boyfriend has one. And that's actually, you see this skull? It's from a Mexican shop in London. There's like, they sell, like, there's a guy, he fell in love with Mexico and he lived there, and then he wanted to move back to England. And so they both moved back, and he sells loads of stuff from local artists and everything's made in Mexico. So this is Mexican, everybody.